Hey guys, it is Meg Rogers here coming at you live. So I am literally coming live from my front porch. So most likely neighbors are going to be driving by and I'm sorry, and probably a kid's going to come out screaming. Who knows what's going to happen. It's going to be fun. But, I was talking to somebody tonight in our Fit family and it just made me laugh at how ironic some of the things were of things that I'm talking about with a lot of people behind the scenes and a lot of people in our group. And I had my own, and here she comes, my own experience, and I just thought it was funny. And she's going back in, dragged in, I should say. Hey, Amy. So what are some things that you say, I can't afford it? It's maybe back to school season, my kids' private school, college bills, clothes, insert the reason. So for today, for me, I said I couldn't afford an air fryer. So what is it for you? What is that thing for you where you're like, I have all these things that I want to do in these goals, but I can't do it because of blah, blah, blah. So what is that for you? And I had to laugh because, I was checking in, like I said, with my Fit family tonight. And a mom shared, hey, Kristen, and she shared that she'd made these really, crispy chicken tenders that both her and her daughter loved. And I have this palate of a 5-year-old. So anything a 5-year-old would eat, give it to me. I want it. That's just who I am. And I'm not a sophisticated kind of girl. I'm a cheeseburger and fries and burger pop kind of girl. That's just me. So I was like, yeah, I want that recipe. And then she shared that they made it in an air fryer, and I'm like, oh, we don't own one of those, and it's been something, so I know it's total first world problems, I know, but it's something my husband and I have debated and talked over for a good year, and I finally, we just haven't pulled the trigger, and I felt a little bummed. And then I smacked myself because 30 minutes prior to that conversation, my husband and I were literally just looking at upgrading my bike because we're really big into mountain biking and stuff. And, the cost of this bike was going to run enough to buy freaking 10 to 18 air fryers. But yet I was saying I couldn't afford an air fryer, and the biggest thing is I haven't been willing to drop the money on an air fryer, but yet I was willing to drop, hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a bike today that'll get used maybe a handful of times because I'm still healing. So logical, right? It makes no fucking sense. But the question is, what is it worth to you? What is your health worth to you? I've been hearing from a lot of women who have goals and wanting to feel their best, love what they see in the mirror, but then complaining oh my gosh, I can't afford that. That's $1 a day. $1 a day. And yet throwing money at things that will not take them where they want to be or closer to their goals. And I'm just like, you guys, the material things that we're collecting. Hey, April, the material things that we're collecting, they're just distractions. And I get it. I so get it. I used to be that girl that would just spend freely on everything except investing in me. And, in our family, God, health, and family are the most important things. Those 3 things. That's all that matters in our family. And it's actually in that order. Yes, our health actually comes before our kids. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, I can't believe you would say that. You have a baby and a toddler or whatever she is. I don't know anymore. It just all blurs together. But you know what? We learned this past year how useless I am when I don't have my health. When my endocrine system basically was like, yeah, I'm too stressed and I'm going to barely function. Yeah, shit hit the fan real quick, and we learned how important, we knew health was important, but we learned how important a mama's health really is. So when it comes to your goals and you share with me, well, I want to, but I can't afford it. Please take an honest inventory of what you're doing in your life. Where are your current priorities? And, because you got to remember that you reached out to me because you wanted more out of what you were doing. So, I looked at my husband in my, expense tracker, or if you looked at mine and my husband's expense tracker for what we do, we write down every little penny that we spend. And then we go over it every single week, or at least every month at the very least. You would know instantly who we are. There would be no hiding who we are. And, you would know where our priorities are and what actually aligns to support it and what doesn't. And I guarantee the same can be learned from yours as well. So if you're like, I don't know, I don't have time, blah, 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 blah. Go look at your expense tracker sheet. That will show you, like, it will show you who you are. Like, it's crazy. You know, it's not that you can't afford to learn something. You know, it's just that 95% that I'm actually hearing from just don't believe that, honestly, they're worth the investment. And, you know, we say, like, okay, so like I said, like, oh my gosh, I can't afford to spend that on an air fryer. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Carly. But yet, here I was tonight willing to drop hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a mountain bike that would mean I would never have to upgrade again, because this was like the Cadillac of mountain bikes. And why? Why would I be willing to do that, but yet not buy a freaking air fryer? Because it's a priority to us. Because biking and health is a priority to us. So we'll do whatever we have to do. We'll move mountains. We'll make it happen. We'll do what it takes. If it's important to you, you will make a way of learning how to eat for your needs, or learning proper nutrition for your kids, so that you don't have to fear all these super bugs, and you know, you can just live life. And if you learning to create a budget, if you don't know how to do that, you know, or if you want to learn how to cook, whatever it is that you want to learn, if you truly want that, you will make it happen. You won't stop until you have achieved it. And if that's you and you're done with excuses and you're ready to put in the work, you know, if that's you and you're ready, like I said, I hope to hear from you. But, you know, I have it all step by step written out, video form for you guys, so that you don't have to waste time, because I get it. Guess what? Everything that I do was designed for the busy working mom, because you don't have time to waste. Like, so everything is meticulously planned out, and the best part is you're gonna have support through it the whole time. But again, guys, what is it all comes back to, like, what is a priority to you? What do you truly want? If you don't know, if you're like, well, I really want this, but you're not making it happen, go back and take an honest inventory of your life, because I guarantee you have priorities. They're just probably not aligning with the goals that you claim that you say that you want. And guess what? Now comes the hard part of changing that. But all right, guys, get out there and make it awesome.